Okay, so thank you very much. Welcome everyone to our Zoom meeting presentation. I know that we are like in an international setup, so there will be people who are still already in the morning, like here in Manila, it's already 1 a.m. So good morning to all the people in Manila, and to other countries, maybe in Saudi, it's like in the afternoon. So good afternoon and good morning, everyone. So welcome to our Zinzino business presentation. My name is Patricia. You can just call me Pat. I will be hosting and facilitating this very quick presentation for all of us, for all of you tonight. Okay, so I am so excited. We are all excited to present the company, the products, the marketing plan, the super potential and promising marketing plan of the company. And we are so lucky to have two of the greatest speakers of the company tonight. And for the first part of our presentation, we are going to talk about more of the health aspect of the company, of the product. We will be introducing to you guys the flagship product of the company. And for the first speaker today, we have a doctor who has been in the medical practice for more than 10 years and more than 5 years in the wellness industry. He is a public health specialist, and we are just so lucky and blessed that we have such a doctor in our team who's helping us and who's teaching us a lot when it comes to the presentation and explanation of the benefits of the products that we have, how we are benefiting, and how these food supplements really actually working and helping us to improve a healthy lifestyle and healthy living. So I don't want to wait you guys for so long, and I know that he will share more about himself as he start his presentation. Let's all welcome Dr. Godwin. Okay. All right. Okay, Dr. Godwin, please take the floor.
Okay, welcome. My name is Dr. Godwin, and I want to welcome all of us to this presentation. And I'm so excited to be anchoring the product presentation for today. And I want to welcome all our guests, especially those who are getting to meet me for the first time, those who are getting to be part of this presentation for the first time. I am somebody who has passion for health promotion. I'm somebody who has passion for preventive medicine. My biggest goal, my biggest logo or maxim or doxologist, or as we, depends on how I want to call it, or motto is prevention is far, far better than cure. So most people take that for granted, but a whole lot is enshrined in that statement. And if we think of preventive medicine all the time, it will solve a lot of problems. And that is why we are blessed to have an opportunity like this called Zinzino that has come to innovate that prevention, that has come to bring something that has never been there before. Something that even those of us who are here, who have been in direct sales, who have been in the wellness industry, will attest at the end of this presentation that what you're about to hear is something that has never been heard before. And that is why it is leading the global mega trend. I don't want to waste much of our time. I'll share my screen and start the presentation. Start broadcast. Okay. Okay. So I'm using a new device for the first time. Can we see my screen? Can we see my screen?
Yes. Yes, yes.
You can see my screen, the one I'm sharing, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Trying to still see. Okay. Okay, fine. So this is Zinzino business presentation. And we feel everybody is more concerned about feeling good. Everybody is health conscious. Almost every one of us is health conscious. But while we try to be health conscious, health-related problems are still increasing. Hypertensive cases are still increasing. A lot of people are becoming diabetic. A lot of people are having cancer. A lot of diseases are still on the rise. Even as people become more aware of health, that it means that there's a missing link. There's something is missing. Something is actually missing. And when we notice this poor relationship, we begin to ask questions. What is the problem? And if you don't ask questions, you will not get answers. And those so many questions that we have asked has actually been able to show us that there is something that is actually missing. And what is that is missing? The food we eat. According to Hippocrates, he said that let your food be your medicine and let your medicine be your food. So the moment you are missing it out from your diet, you are getting it wrong. When you fall sick, the first thing you should check is whether you are eating right, because all foods originate from the gut. In fact, Albert Einstein said that the doctors of the future will not treat human frame with drugs, but they will use food. They will use diet as treatment, as medication, because that is how the world has been. A lot of things have been influenced. Technological advancements has affected the way we eat, because whether we like it or not, our forefathers ate better foods than us. Our forefathers ate better foods, full of vitamins and minerals, full of plant-based, wonderful, with the right balance of, with the right balance of omega-3 fatty acids, with the right balance of essential fatty acids. But today, what do we eat? What we eat is man-made, low in nutrition. What we eat today is man-made, low in nutrition, have a poor balance of omega-6 and omega-3. You see, that's what we eat today. And that has contributed to making us to have that imbalance. But if you check, the DNA was programmed to have us to have DNA of 1:1. But over the years, we've had it imbalanced to the point that science recommended 3:1. But because once it gets to 4:1 of this imbalance between omega-6 and 3, the cells in the body begins to misbehave. Why are the cells important? You see, the cells are important because once the ratio begins to increase, a lot of diseases start to go wrong. The cells begins to suffer because it is the cells in our body that regulates our health status. If your cells are healthy, definitely you'll be healthy. But imagine when you have a recommendation of 3:1 and people are having above 25:1. That alone answers the question why health-related problems are on the rise. It answers that question. And what is bringing this imbalance? What is causing this is because of the lack of the nutrients, lack of omega-3 fatty acids in our diet. Because most of the foods we are eating today are full of omega-6. This is a new science. Most scientists don't even know about it. So some of us who are here, we are fortunate to hear this information because information is power. What distinguishes you from the other person is the information you have. A lot of people today are wealthy, but they lack information on how to eat the right food. It's a problem. And that's why COVID-19 is not, why we are trying to fight COVID-19 pandemic, we are the other non-infectious diseases like hypertension, diabetes, and co are on the rise and are killing people the more. You see, and this is how it affects us. Because once you have an imbalance between omega-6 and 3, your cell membrane, the cell membrane is what covers the cell. If it doesn't function well, your cell will not function well. And these omega-6 and 3 are essential components in the cell membrane. So, but once you have it in the right balance of 3:1, the cell membrane functions well. And because the cells are the structural and the functional unit of life, the human being functions better. So it starts from the cell. It starts from getting it right from the cell. and getting it right from the cell membrane, what covers the cell, what protects the cell from the environment out there. This is a new science and most people don't know about it. So if you are here and you're hearing this information, we are so fortunate because we have an answer to the questions people are asking. Why are these on the rise? Why is everybody having hypertension? Why is diabetes on the rise? Why is cancer emanating? This is the answer to that question. And once you have this answer, it means you already have a solution to the problem. And if you want to make money out of this, of course, if you're a problem solver, you're already a millionaire in making. But first of all, the solution to our poor health status is what we're talking about. And this is what happens because a lot of us are imbalanced. We are a lot of us are in the red zone. 95% of people are in the red zone. That is why you see the life expectancy is reducing. A slightest pandemic, people are dying in dozens. Very few persons are in 3:1. The question is, you that is listening to me, what is your ratio? Where do you belong? Because if you don't get the right answers to where you belong, you will not know what to do. But if you get the answers to where you belong, you will definitely know what to do because the solution, the answer to taking you out of this ratio is on the way. So how do you get to know where you belong? Is by doing the balance test. This is a novel balance test. This is a new science. It's just like checking your blood pressure, checking your sugar level, just like checking your cholesterol level. This is a test that you can use one stone to kill so many birds because this test determines your hypertensive state. It determines whether you have heart conditions. It determines whether you have all these diseases I'm talking about. Because if your ratio is normal, it means you are far from them. It is a new science. If your ratio is high, then so many things could be cooking up in your system because 80% of what happens in our system, we cannot tell. The only way we can tell is when we conduct a test I call it a test of nutritional status. I call it a test of the food that you have been eating from birth. How are you sure that you have been eating it right? The only way to know is to test your system. And this is what the Zinzino balance test is all about. And so many people, more than 500,000 people have done this test, and there are statistics. The lab that does the test is located in Oslo, Norway, in Oslo. And this is the Vitas Analytical Services, a lab that is independent. They have certifications, a lab that is not owned by Zinzino because they have partnership. You see the partnership, Harvard University, University of Cambridge, King's College London. These partnerships you have are not just there for their sake. The partnership you are seeing here is because whatever comes out of this lab is credible. Whatever comes out of this lab is authentic. That is why you're seeing partnership. Research institutes all over the world are partnering with Vitas Laboratory because it is WHO recognized, it is GMP certified. And this lab is not owned by Zinzino. It's an independent laboratory that does these tests. So you see, and apart from that, you have a personalized test result for yourself, how your nutritional status has been since birth. And it does not just only measure omega-6-3 balance, it measures other things like your protection value, your omega-3 index, your mental strength, your membrane fluidity index, and your arachidonic acid formation efficiency. So it's like you are checking your whole self. And the results you get is tailored to you. You track your progress. Even the health advice you get is tailored based on your own self. This is a new science, and there has never been a test of nutritional status before. That is why this is the global mega trend. We are fortunate to be partners of Zinzino. We are fortunate to be hearing this from and the people who are associated with this information. You see, the statistics from the test that has been done has shown that there's a world that is out of balance. In fact, I bet you that all those who are listening to this presentation today are out of balance because about 97% of the world are out of balance. And it is a problem. Even those who are taking omega supplements are still out of balance. Why? Because not all omega supplements are potent. You will understand why as we proceed. 5% of the world population only have 3:1. The other 75% are out of balance. We can fix the problem because when a problem is discovered, the problem is already solved. It is because of the reduction in intake of omega-3 fatty acids. That is why the world is out of balance. That is why that omega-6-3 ratio is very high in so many people. And that is why science has recognized that an imbalance in omega-6-3 ratio increases the risk of hypertension, diabetes, cancer, increases the risk of non-communicable diseases. Science has established it. It is a known science. It is a new science. Most scientists don't know about it. Don't be surprised because it is new. Because what you don't know is bigger than you. Information is power, and it is antidote to fear. He who lacks information is afraid of speaking, but he who has information has confidence to speak. That is why we are giving information, we are giving understanding via the platform of Zinzino through the test-based nutrition. So how are we fixing this problem? Through the scientific advisory board. They came together. The world's best, brightest minds in the field of wellness and nutrition who developed this system of test-based nutrition came together to formulate the solution. Dr. Paul Clayton, who is a pioneer in the study of pharmacological effects of foods and botanical ingredients and how they affect our health and physical performance. He has a lot of articles. He has a lot of publications in PubMed. He has a lot of research done on omega-3, omega-6-3. He has a lot of research done on polyphenols. He has a lot going. Just Google him on YouTube. You'll be amazed at what you see. What of Mr. Ola Ede, who is the owner of the Bioactive Foods, who are manufacturing plant of these balanced products. Dr. Angela and Dr. Abraham, these are people who have come to make sure that after 120 days of you checking your ratio, that you will definitely be balanced, because that is what we need. What is our mission? Our mission is to balance your ratio. But if you do the test and your ratio is normal, then you don't need your ratio to be balanced. Of course, the money you spend will be refunded back to you. So that is the mission. And how do we balance the ratio? They formulated the test-based formula. The test-based formula is a balanced oil that does not only contain, the main ingredient is not even omega-3 fatty acid. Yes, omega-3 fatty acid is what we want to replace in our body, in the body of people around us, so as to solve this problem. But the main ingredient is the polyphenols from olive extracts, because the polyphenols are powerful antioxidants. They prevent the oxidation of omega-3 fatty acids. So you see, apart from that, you also have vitamin E, vitamin D3. The reason why other omega-3 fatty acids in the market are not potent, because they lack polyphenols that prevent the oxidation of these omega-3 fatty acids. Because our body, a lot of substances in the body oxidize omega-3 before they get to it. Reduces the bioavailability, but the polyphenols increases bioavailability and increases volume of distribution of omega-3 fatty acids. That is why it is a balanced, that's why they call it a balanced oil. You see? So it is made with the highest quality and care. All this ensures quality. And this is a research that was done to prove the potency of this balanced oil because of the polyphenols. So you see, that is why 95% of those who are taking the balanced product have a ratio of near 3:1 after 120 days. After 120 days, they have a ratio near 3:1. After 120 days. From the statistics, these are documented information. Why? Because of the potency of the balanced oil. And the health benefits of this balanced oil cuts across all ages. In fact, children, breastfeeding mothers, pregnant women, they all need omega-3 fatty acids. We need the right supplementation, the right amount of omega-3 fatty acids. Scientists have recommended that take them from food, go and eat fish. How many quantity of fish can you eat in a day that will give you that required amount of omega-3 fatty acid you need? These are unfounded. Not all fish contain omega-3 fatty acids. It is known to be found more in anchovies, this wild fish, wild oily fish, anchovies, mackerel, sardine, tuna, because they ingest the green algae that synthesize omega-3 fatty acid in the sea. So you see, so across all ages, the health benefits cost across. And what makes you when you grow old is a function of what you have been eating from childhood. What makes you when you are growing is a function of what you have been eating from childhood. And these are the health claims by European Food Safety Association. Food Safety Association. These health claims are health claims of the health effects of omega-3 fatty acids based on scientific evidence available. And these are not concocted by Zinzino. This is a different body. It is not Zinzino that is making these health claims. And these health claims, normal brain function, normal heart function, normal immune function. If I am allowed to expound on each of them, we'll spend 3 hours here, but there's no time for that. But these are standard health claims that cuts across all these diseases, that influences the outcome of all these diseases that are killing people today. Hypertension, diabetes, stroke, and the rest of them. Just name, keep naming. But it's unfortunate that the society we live in today are not preventive conscious. People only go to the hospital when they are sick. When somebody is not sick, he doesn't even care. He doesn't care. He eats anyhow, does things anyhow. But prevention is far, far better and cheaper than cure. And if you are sick today, there will be loss of man hours. If you are sick today, you will inconvenience your relatives. You will lose money. You will lose potential time. You will lose valuable time. That is why preventing, the money you spend in investing in your health and preventing diseases is like making a great investment, because no amount of money you put in investing in your health is a waste. You even profit. This is the message we want to pass to the public, so people will get to know. A lot of people today are testifying about the health, the wellness they get from the balanced products. The athletes, even the footballers, athletes, even the current Olympics, there are some athletes in the current Olympic games that they just concluded, or if it's not still, or if they're not concluded it, they are testifying. They are showcasing what they are using. They are showcasing what is helping them, what they have been taking. Because of their performance, people ask, what
Hello, Dr. Godwin. Dami na kasi abu.
You're on mute, Dr. Godwin.
I think I'm not on the call right now.
How long has this happened?
Okay. Oh, there, he's back. Okay, you're back, Dr. Godwin.
Wait. Stop. So my screen can be seen, right?
Yes, it's working. So good now.
I hope I'm still audible.
Yeah, you can hear it also.
Okay, so reaching a balance between omega-6 and 3 is a first step to feel good, stay fit, and be healthy. There are other products also in the balance category, just like the skin serum, which hydrates, smoothens the skin, improves skin elasticity and strength, and reduces fine lines and wrinkles. The effect of omega-3 fatty acid on the skin can never be overemphasized. So wonderful. So you're using the balanced oil and the balanced products. You're also applying the cream. The total synergistic effect is felt in your system. And this is also the newest antioxidant-rich supplement available in the global market. So thank you very much for hanging on in my presentation. And I'm so
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, all good. So thank you very much, Dr. Godwin, for that presentation. We're still adjusting with the new gadget that we're using for the presentation right now. But regardless, it was a great presentation. I know that we now understand, we have learned something new today with the importance of, sorry, how about now? Can you hear me clearly, guys?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Hold on, let me just.
Okay, how about now? Is it better? I was
Better.
informed that, okay, all right. So yeah, I know that despite it's being short, it was precise, and we've now learned something new about the balance of omega-6 and omega-3. And I do believe for all of you here who haven't tried or haven't taken the test to 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 know the ratio of your if you're balanced or imbalanced, that would be the first thing that we really have to do. Like it's a revolutionary movement that we want to do here in Zinzino, that everyone in the world will do or will be able to do the test for us to know our status when it comes to the ratio of our omega-6 and omega-3. So thank you very much, Dr. Godwin. So for those people who have questions about the products or any other question related to the products, you can save your questions and we will try to answer, and we will answer all of those by the end of the presentation. So, but now we are going to move forward to the next part of our presentation, which this time, as you know, that we have a very great and innovative product that we have in Zinzino. Definitely, we also have a great marketing plan. And in this part, you will learn the costing, how will it be shipped to you, how much are the packages, and how can you really earn the potential income that you can have here in our company. So I'm so privileged to introduce you our speaker for today. And he is a top leader in his current international network marketing company. He is a millionaire in US and a millionaire maker. All right. So he has worked in this profession, in this industry for 23 years. So definitely whatever we are going to hear from him, it is based from all the knowledge, experiences that he encountered through the years. We will definitely learn something tonight. And been featured as a trainer at some of the biggest networking events in the world, like GoPro Recruiting Mastery with Eric Were, or Association of Network Marketing Professionals, and featured guest in networking times a lot of times. Shared stages with legends such as Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Sir Richard Bronzer, or Armando Christian Perez. And of course, other details about his experience and his background with this business. He will be the one to share it to all of you. And I hope that we are all ready to know how are we or how can we earn really good in this company. With no further ado, let's all welcome Mr. Thomas Tidlund.
Thank you, Mr. Patricia. Appreciate you and your introduction. And of course, always Dr. Godwin, really informative and a lot of meat in that. I would say I don't understand anyone that doesn't want to get in balance after listening to your presentation. So thank you for taking your time off this Sunday to add value to this presentation. And for all of you that took your time to join us here this Sunday evening, thank you for spending your time here. It's short and brief, but the information could be life-changing. I truly believe that Zinzino has the cure to both poor health and financial struggles. And the cure to poor health is to get in balance, to get tested as soon as possible and know your score, and then start to drink your balance oil so we can get you in balance. And of course, over time, Zinzino started back in 2005, so it's not a new company. And I've been working with Zinzino since the very first day, the beginning of the company. And one thing that I want to show you, if you would go to zinzinotest.com, you would see here today that we have 703,760 people blood tested that did their balance test. That's how huge the balance test group is today, which is probably Guinness World Record of one test group for a specific cause as this fatty acid. So congratulations for being here. Maybe you hear this for the first time, maybe you've had a preview of it, but Zinzino is a Swedish company and we are expanding. We are today in many, many countries around the world that you will see in a short moment of time here. But I would love to share a couple of things about myself so we can get to know each other and why I'm here. But over the last month, I got to know Dr. Godwin for sure, and we have Ms. Patricia here as well, part of the team. And the global launch, the global partner launch that we have and that we are in the middle of right now, it's a powerful tool for you to be a part of. And to be able to use this product and to work with this business and company, even that your country at the moment is not fully open for the launch of Zinzino. But I would explain that a little bit more in detail. Back in 1998, I was working as a high school teacher, which is kind of funny because I was a high school dropout back in Sweden, but I ended up, for different reason being a high school teacher and working as a teacher for over 8 years. But at the end of those 8 years period, a friend of mine introduced me to network marketing, a US company within the health nutrition business that was starting their business in Scandinavia and in Sweden. And my friend was super, super excited. And I was one of the first he showed this to. And like I said, I was a high school dropout, didn't have the education, but I ironically ended up high school teacher. I was playing football, semi-professional football in Sweden. So I was busy 6 to 7 days a week with that. And then, of course, I had a partner at the time, my girlfriend. And it was a busy schedule, but still, there were always more days left of the month in the end of my money. There was always a shortage. So I was, dreaming about something that could change my life at the time. And when I saw the business plan and when I saw what the product could do for this company that I looked into 1998, my eyes were wide open. I was, wide awake and I was starting to dream. So I was awake dreaming instead of sleeping and dreaming. And one thing that I was dreaming about and what I saw in front of me was like what I could do if I could be debt free, and then of course gain, you know, an abundance of money. So I pretty much decided there and then that this is something that I really, really want to do. This is something that I want to pursue, but I didn't tell my friend. Many times in life, I think we act like that, like, oh, this looks good, but let's see, we'll figure it out. So I told him, looks good, let's talk more about it. So he went home, I went home, tried to sleep, couldn't sleep for the whole night. One story that came to me over and over again was a story about Aladdin and the magical lamp, genius in a bottle. And Disney has done several movies about it. There's been a fairy tale, stories told about it around the world. Don't know if you heard about it, but it's a genius in the bottle. And when you touch this lamp, he will grant your wishes. You can wish whatever you want. So I started to think about what I would do if there was no limit, what if I could just wish everything I wanted. And that's where I started to picture my future. And one thing that came to me was like, I started to think about my high school students. They were full of dreams. When I have a conversation with them, they were excited. They want to be sports stars. They want to be movie stars. They want to be politicians. They want to drive the fastest car, the nicest car, and live in big mansions. That was their dreams. So the thing that hit me was like, most of those kids have dreams and desires, but when I meet their parents, they don't share those same dreams. It's almost like you go through the school system and then you stop dreaming. That was my conclusion. So I was awake and I was dreaming again, and I encourage you to think about what you would do if if time and money was no issue today. What would you be, do, or have if that was your circumstances? If you could decide your future, think about those things. What would you have? What would you want to have if you could decide here and now? And when my friend came back the morning after, or the afternoon after, I would say, he asked me, what do you think? And I said, let's do it. I want to do this. I really want to work with this. And he said, great. And he took a piece of paper out of his briefcase. And he said, we need to sign a contract here. You join as an independent partner. And it was between $2,000 and $3,000 to invest in product at the time. I did not have those money. So that was a little bit of a challenge, but I had already sold the dream to myself. I know what I want to get out of it. So I didn't know how to not solve the problem. So I went to the bank at the city where I live, and I asked them for a credit on my credit card. That was not usual, that was very unusual back in 1998. So I started my business on credit, and I started to work, and I was excited. And I started to talk to everybody I knew, I talked about with people I didn't know. I talked about friends, family, colleagues, everybody. And after, invested over $2,000 after 6 months of building my business, my highest paycheck was $27. And I wish I could say that it was a success story, but $27 is not a lot of money when you invested, over $2,000 in product. And my girlfriend at the time, she said, stop doing that or start earning money. And that was a wake-up call for me, because I thought I was doing the right thing, but I couldn't get any results. So I invested more money and went to United States of America to learn about this profession. And I had booked meeting. I met the top income earner in my previous company. I met some top income earner in our profession, some of the best of the best. And I also had meetings with some of the most known authors, trainers, leadership gurus out there that you probably would recognize the name from if I wouldn't mention that. And one theme there was that I could ask them, what did they do to overcome failures? And what did they do that worked? What system did they work? And that system was the key, because I could learn that system, flew back home to Sweden, started to work on my business from a specific system. And less than a year later, 8 months later, I earned twice as much as on my part-time network marketing business than I did as a full-time teacher in Sweden. And that's when I decided to resign. Like, I fired my boss. I started to work full-time as a professional network marketer. So since 2000, it's like 21 years today, I've been professional network marketer. One thing led to another. That company did not have the good reordering products. I was actively, after 4 or 5 years, looking for a company with the product that you can use that had a high demand of reordering, month by month, to build a residual income. And I had got to know other people in the profession from Scandinavia and so on. And one very dear friend of mine, Mr. Örjan Säle, founded a company back in 2005 called Zinzino. And that's where I decided to join as well, this Swedish company. And 16 years later, we have a success story. Did it came easy? Not at all. I lost the paycheck from my first company after 2 weeks joining Zinzino. So I had to start all over again organically, with new people, building a leadership and everything. But today we are in a position where we can, help people around the globe with this beautiful business model called direct sales or network marketing. We are leading the industry in customer acquisition. Like, customer is really, really important for us. And anybody in business should pay attention to customer, because customer, that's the guys that's happily buy your product. That's the one we should take care of, because without customer, your business will perish, And this business potential, if we look at Zinzino, it's a global company. And we are now in 37 fully open countries. Sorry. And we are also in 60 plus global countries, which is, for example, Nigeria or Kenya or other countries that you are from that tuning into this Zoom tonight. And we are opening new countries fully open in a pace between 5 to 15. We would have, we had around one a month for a while, but then the pandemic hit, then it slowed down everything. But we are very, very good at open new countries with the philosophy to keep them open, to really keep them open. That's why we do it in the right way for the right reasons. This global launch is a perfect way of doing that, because now we can send product into your company, into your country, and you can use them. We can build an infrastructure. And when we have enough volume in a country, now we can put resources into that country to soft launch it and fully launch it. And it's a beautiful story. But Zinzino is a public company. We are on the stock market, Nasdaq First North, so you can actually own a piece of stock from Zinzino. You can just go online and buy where you buy stocks normally. Strong financial foundation. We pay dividend for many, many years back, which means our shareholders get revenue every year. And of course, being a public company is very good, especially network marketing, because it keeps the CEO and the company accountable for what they announce. So when they announce they are going to open a country, make sure they will open that country, because they need to be responsible for the regulations, for the shareholders, and for us in the field as well. So there's so many layers of responsibility that they need to keep up with. And being a Swedish company working out in the world and being coming from a country that normally is very trustworthy as well, and other nice companies that's been founded in Sweden as well and known around the world, makes it a little bit easier to get your feet into new markets and so on. And I'm very excited to work here with the African continent, beautiful continent. I have a long history with Uganda, where myself and my wife in the background here, we have schools that we run, orphanages that we run, working on a soccer academy or a football academy in Uganda right now, and excited about that. Had a little bit halt because of the pandemic, but I think the whole world has been a little bit slower because of the pandemic. But I would say network marketing has not slowed up. We are actually moving faster than ever because of this online presence and working from home. So a 16-year-old company or a 16-year young company, you know, what could they offer? And I would say the hindsight we had, the experience, because the company is founded by successful network marketers from the field. But then we put the right thing in the right way, in the right order in place to do this success story. And if we look at the global market, for you, if you go online, you order a product today, you say within 2 weeks, you will have the product at your doorstep. And it's a flat rate shipping fee of $10, which is a very low cost of shipping a product from Sweden down to Africa. But we see today that it takes less than a week to actually get your product. And from the moment you push the buy button in your back office, you can track the product. There's a tracking number and it's a UPS delivery. You can see it all the way to your doorstep, which is amazing. You can feel secure about that you will receive the package and so on. Joining Zinzino at this moment makes you a pioneer, a trailblazer, you know, someone that really sees something in this opportunity and wants to achieve something. And I would say, I won't tell you it's going to be easy. You know, being one of the first is always more work than maybe joining later on. But being the first, with that said, you know, you will be one of the leaders, one of the pioneer in this market, in this country. And the victories, you know, and the benefits at the end of the tunnel is so much larger than if you would wait to do something. So it's a huge advantage, and I encourage you to speak with the person that invited you and join us as soon as possible. But we will continue this presentation. And one of the reasons why direct selling is paying you so well is the marketing system. Because if you look at traditional sales and compare that to direct sales, it's the same amount of money that's being spent on marketing of the product. You know, 50% plus of the retail price of any product is spent on marketing. But when it comes to traditional sales, it's going to celebrities, it's going to influencers on social media, it goes to sports stars, athletes, super athletes, it goes to movie stars, artists, you know, all those people that, you know, are famous already, they get all this money to market this product, you know, in the traditional sales funnel. But in direct sales, we take this money, these 50+%, and give it to you who help marketing the product. And that's why we can pay so much money. The money is already there, it's already calculated, it's the same that traditional sales use. We use it to more people can take and be a part of it. And I think that innovation is what drives the human race forward. And if we look at this test-based nutrition, you know, which is a global mega trend right now, and it's growing and growing week after week, and of course month after month, and you can see the prediction here going after, you know, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And if we look at the potential of this business, it's huge. I would, you know, as I said, innovation for me is key, because, you know, look at the smartphone today, like look at the cell phones 10 years ago or 15 years ago. That development has been unbelievable. Computers, look at the TV industry, look at the internet, look at the traveling industry. Like I always tell people, I wish I would be in the room when Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, when he took a bite of that apple and decided to name the company Apple. You know, if I would have been there, or if you would have been there, our, you know, life would probably look a lot different than it does today. But we were not there. But today we had opportunity to be in the forefront of another mega global trend. Most of the trends that start somewhere, the majority of the people, they don't see it. That's why there are so few people benefit from it. But we are offering a mega trend with a market potential of 97% of the population or citizens around the globe. Think about it. So of 700,000 plus blood tested people that I just showed you, 97% of them failed the first balance test. They are out of balance. We have the cure for that, because when you start using this oil, you do a second test 120 days later, and we take you down to 3-to-1 or better if you use it every day and for your body weight. So I think, not only do we lead this mega trend, I think we will be leading on this mega trend for many, many, many years ahead. But even if we are not the number one in the trend, it's such a big trend with, $200 billion by 2050, that just being one of the top, players in this will give you so much money. And how do you start this business with Zinzino when you're on the other side of the world, pretty much? Today I'm blessed to live here in US. I was born and raised in Sweden, like I said. We have a home there too. We have a second home in US, in Arizona. And now I'm up in Wisconsin, Green Bay. I met my wife through the profession. She's super successful in another company as well. So we have 2 large businesses that we manage together. And, everything I have today, I can thank this profession, growth, materialistic things, being able to make a difference in, for example, Uganda, where we run these schools and orphanages, and other places around the globe. It's something that's hard to describe. That needs to be experienced to really, really understand. But the business have led me to places that I remember back in 1998 when I was starting to dream again. It has led me to places that I didn't even believe then that I even could dream about. So that's kind of where I am right now. And I'm excited to help you experience some of that as well together with Zinzino. You can become a Zinzino partner for free. You can just start working with Zinzino, registered, and you can get customer, and they will pay you cash bonus to get those customers. But to really benefit and build a huge organization, you most probably need to get tested, and get the product and everything. So most people, they start to choose a partner kit. And on your side of the world, when it's a global market, we have 2 kits. We have the mini balance partner kit, and we have the better balance partner kit. The better balance partner kit is still under $300, and both of these kits gets into your country and to your doorstep. That's why it's a little bit smaller. So it's now on the global market, can get all the way to your doorstep. And on the better balance kit that I recommend, there's no right or no wrong. You can do whatever you want. But I would say when you can get 2 tests, 2 balance oil, travel sized oil, and also the skin serum that we talked about, that will help you with protect, repair, and rebuild your skin, which is your biggest organ on your body. And it's developed side by side when we had X amount of blood tests from the balance oil. So it works together with the balance oil. And of course, you get access to all the digital toolkits, from your back office. So you have affiliate marketing system, you have a CRM system. You can work from your smartphone or from your laptop with this system. And if you look at the bottom of this page, it says 100% ECB. 100% ECB is 100% enrollment credit bonus. That means that for every product leaving the warehouse, you get 100% more volume out of it. So for the Better Balance Kit for 25 credits, you actually get 50 credits in volume for that kit, which means that you get 100% pay raise just by starting and joining Zinzino. If I would help someone here in the United States or in UK or in Germany or in India or in Sweden to start, they have to earn that 100% ECB by getting customer and building business partner that invest in partner kit. But you are granted that as being a pioneer on this market and make it a little bit easier with the smaller kit to grow in titles and so on. So the first step after joining is to get you on an auto order so you can take your oil every day. and also get access to all the fast start bonuses. You have access to the fast start bonuses that I will go through as well when you are on your auto order. And our goal is, and in step 3, to get this product to you for free. And I just love to say that, for free, because when people ask me, how much does this product cost? I could tell them, what about for free? Would you love to have your product for free? Because if we help 4 people become customer, when they buy the product, you don't have to pay for your oil. They ship it to you for just $10 US shipment fee. And I think it's hard to compete with free, so that has helped us throughout our career with Zinzino, because now we have customers that refer to 4 customers. When they buy the product, they get the product for free, but you get the commission from your customers' referral. And that's a brilliant way of expanding. And when you start working with this, you decide how much time you want to spend on it. It's a part-time business. You decide when you want to work, because you work from home. It's your decision. We have, all the tools, all the knowledge, all the help to match you. We will match your effort 100%. What you do, we will do with you as well. And that's what we are so good at, to help people succeed in this business. And you also decide with who you want to work with. And think about it, when you now had the opportunity to be first on the market, you can attract and build with people that also have that drive, that want to become leaders, that are leaders maybe in what they are doing already, and see the opportunity to be first of something and be a part of something large, something huge in the future. And not only that, it's test-based versus guest-based nutrition, which many people have not even heard about so far. And also, you decide how much you want to earn. We can build a residual income where you get paid over and over again when people order and paid for this product. And that's what I'm going to show you right now, because we have a compensation plan that's very, very focused on customer. Customer is our, few. That's what drives the company forward. And then, of course, we're building a team so we can multiply those customers. And you can see here on the right side, it also have 10 different ways to get paid in this compensation plan. And the person that invited you to this meeting tonight, he or she can show you exactly, in details how you get paid on these ways, and you can get the written compensation plan and so on. But I will go through the first step, how to get started, how to earn your first commission, and build that up to a very high income as well. So remember, first step was to get 4 customers, you can get your product for free. When we do this within your first 30 days, you get like $200 US in commission, from the company as well. And you also get the mentoring bonus, which means when we now start to build your team of team members, when your team member, personal enrolled, earn a bonus like a commission from Zinzino, they will have a matching 5% check to you. So now you get paid 105%. Your friend that you helped get their commission, and then you get 5% matching from the Zinzino company for being a mentor, and also, of course, hitting the smart bronze. The next step is to start building your organization, and that calls fast silver. If we can attract 4 to 6 business builder on the Better Balance Kit, I would say 6 maybe, and then have these 4 customer, and we can continue to grow them to 5, 6 customer. You hit 375 credits in volume, and you now have another $215 US in commission. So just in 2 steps within the first 30 days here, we have over $400 US in commission. Remember that the Better Balance Kit was $289. So we are already breaking even and making money out of our home-based business. And if you would start another business, whatever it is, you probably will have to work for a couple of years before breaking even and working a lot of hours. Here we can work part-time and still break even within the first month, which I think is unbelievable when you see what it can give in the end. Because now we go from 4 customers and a team of partners to expand our customer base to 10 customers. If we do that within the first 60 days, Zinzino will give you an estimate of $300 more. So now we are up above $700 within less than a month, which is a great first month. You know, I had my biggest paycheck back in 1998. It was $27 after 6 months. But I must say this, that check of $27 felt like $27,000 because for me, it was an evidence that this was working. This business model was working. And today, like I said, everything is so much more fine-tuned and it's working so much smoother and better. And, you know, we can follow everything in real time. And to start a business and earn $700, $800, $900 within the first 2-3 months, that's a great opportunity, I would say. I want to mention a little bit more about customer, because if we can go from 10 customer to 25 customer, for example, Zinzino will give you another 10% in commission, you know, so now you have 20% in cash bonus from new customer orders. And if we can grow these 25 to 100 customer, you will be a top team earner. And one of the most smartest way to do that is to have 20, 25 customer, help them get the product for free by taking referrals from them. When they have 4 referrals buying the product, they get the product for free, you get commission, and 20 or 25 times 4, that's 80 or 100 new customers. And you are above the 100 customer mark. And now Zinzino grant you with one-time bonus, $10,000. And if you take $10,000 divided by 100 customer, it's $100 per customer above the commission you already earned to get there. And also you will now have 30% in commission for every new customer that you will help get into a balanced product and to use it and to get in balance and to, you know, get healthy. But to really, really build an organization and build a big income, we need to duplicate, you know, the business part of this. And that's to attract more business builders that also attracts more customers. And the key to this is to duplicating those 2 first steps, you know, 4 customers and 4 to 6 business builders. That takes you to silver. And if we can help you help 4 people reach silver, you will hit executive. And as an executive in the Zinzino, you now have over $800 a month for that volume. Not one time, but if that volume comes in every month, that's your commission. And I don't know about you and those 3, 4, 5 things you thought about if you could, you know, be, do, or have if time and money was not an issue. But I think if you have $800 more every month, I think there's a lot of things you can do that you don't do today. You may not lead to financial freedom, but it's a great start and, you know, a right direction. But if we can help 4 people become executive, so we grow your silvers to executive, you will hit diamond, which is probably the title we are most known for, because remember, you can get your product for free, but as a diamond, you get your car for free. Zinzino pays your car payment as a diamond, $1,150 every month. And combined, you now have over $4,500 in commission every month in average as a diamond. And I think with $4,500, you can change a lot of things that you're not able to do today. And it may not be a legacy income, but I would say that most people can build a really nice lifestyle out of those money. But that's not the ceiling. If we help 4 people get to the car, not only is it so rewarding to hand out car keys to people, but to actually help 4 people, families, and building their legacy to receive this bonus and this income, you will go to the crown level, which gives you an estimate of $13,800 a month for that volume. And as I said, I didn't say it will come easy. It's a lot of work behind it. But I promise you, no matter where in the world today you go out and put work in to earn 10,000 plus a month, it will be a lot of work. Here you have a support system, you have an infrastructure, you have a help from people that has done it before. And I just want to mention that in the team right now that I'm running, I have over 300 car bonuses, over 300 people that has paid car, which means, diamond or above in the compensation plan. And this is not the ceiling. This is just the start of the Zinzino compensation plan. And I just ask you, if you could build an income of $13,800 a month, is there anything on your list that you would be, do, or have if time and money was not an issue that you could accomplish? And if yes is the answer, that's when I encourage you to really talk to the person that invited you to this meeting. And I can be a part of that chat after this meeting as well, but have that conversation and look into where in this compensation plan you see yourself in the future, because silver is just the beginning and crown is just in the middle. And going all the way to being a president also give you the opportunity to earn shares in the company, and not internal shares. It's public shares out on the stock market. As a president today, if you hit president as a title, you will be gifted 100,000 shares in Zinzino, which is equal of $700 to $800, I think, if I look at the stock value, which is an unbelievable bonus that can grow to 10 times or 100 times that as well in the future. So talk to the person that invited you and tell them where you see yourself. Maybe you want to be a customer, or maybe you want to be a Zinzino partner. That's up to you. But I want to share this with you before we say goodbye. Going a little bit too fast here. It's all about timing. Remember, I talked about being in the room with Steve Jobs. I said, I wish I was in the room. I was not in the room, so don't quote me on that. I said, I wish I was in that room when he took the bite of that apple. Being ahead of the curve, being ahead of this curve of technology and so on. But today we are at the perfect spot. And I think that, the test-based nutrition, test doesn't lie. The balanced product is a game changer. And, specifically, if you look at the balanced oil, it's the ultimate essential oil, like omega super food. It supports optimal brain function. Who doesn't want to be smarter, and think faster or something like that? And it's a normal heart function, your body to function and live longer. And of course, it boosts the immune system, not only by the fatty acid, but by the vitamin D that's in this product as well, this patented product. So I encourage you to order your balance test today. Timing and numbers are on your side, and it's the perfect storm of opportunity. And think about it. What would you do if you know that you could not fail? In other words, what would you do if you were guaranteed success with Zinzino? How would you act? What would you do? And ask you, the question, how would your life be 5 years from now if you could design it, and if you would put work into this compensation plan and with this product in this trend? And with that, I just encourage you to talk to the person that invited you. Maybe you want to become a partner and start here today. That's where we are here for. But if you still just want to try it out, you can become a Zinzino customer as well. But I want you to know that the world needs dreamers and the world needs doers. But above all, the world needs dreamers who do. So the question is, are you a doer? And thank you for listening in. I will be here for question and answer for a while, and looking forward to connect and build a relationship to you as well.
Thank you very much, Mr. Thomas, for that very informative as well as inspiring presentation. I do believe that we have seen the potential of how high potential we have here in the company. It is the company is very generous. We have wonderful product lines. We have a very generous marketing plan. So there's no way but to go up here in this company. So now we have a few questions that we've already received earlier. Let's just do a back reading so we can make sure to answer all of the questions we have here. So once we finish this presentation, you no more questions, no more doubts. You can make your decision right away. So first question was from Ms. Intok Udo. How do I join the network and represent the company in my state, in Akwa Ibom State on Nigeria? He's from Akwa Ibom. I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly, but I think he's in a different state in Nigeria. So that's the question.
That's a good and valid question. And welcome, Mr. Let's see if we have him here. Is he still on the? Yeah, there up in the corner. Okay, I see you, Mr. Udo or Ntuk. Thank you for your question. And you are very welcome to join with the person who invited you, and they will help you to set you up. It's just an online registration, and it's by your name and address and all those things, email and phone numbers. And as soon as you do that, you will get the back office access, and also then we will look into what product you want. And as I said, I encourage you to get the test going, not only for your health, but also to have a product testimonial as soon as possible, so we can share that story with people. And we're looking forward to build Nigeria and your state as well together. But this is also a borderless business. We will be in all over Nigeria, other countries, in Africa, and of course in the other 37 fully open countries, where you hopefully know someone that knows someone in those countries too. So it's a borderless. The moment you join, you have access to over 100 countries to sign customer or business partners with Zinzino. So I hope that answered your question, Mr. Nutuk.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Thomas. So the next question we have is from Mr. John Ituk. He's asking, how did the test carrying out and get the result, like the process?
Can you repeat that, Miss Patricia?
Yes.
I had a boat going through on the lake here, so I didn't hear you.
Sure, no problem. Mr. John Ituk was asking, how did the test, or how is the test carrying out, and how do we get the results, or all the process when it comes to the tests and taking the tests?
Yeah. So
Like
if
the
I
process.
understood, so how the test comes to your doorstep, and you do the test, at the comfort of your home. It's a prick test. Give me 2 seconds here. You prick your. I think Dr. Godwin is the doctor that should explain this. But you prick your finger, and you put that on a test sheet of paper in a safe envelope with the test ID number, and then of course you put that in the mail. Right now, I don't think we have a resource in Nigeria where we can send it to a Nigeria address. We have to send it straight to Norway. But let's see here. But also, as soon as you do your test, you go to zinzinotest.com and put your test ID in there, and that's not your Zinzino ID. This is the test ID that you get in the balance test package. And then you can follow the process and the progress from your smartphone or your laptop, within, I would say, 14 days or within 20 days, I would say, since it's a global market, you will probably have your test results after you sent it in.
Okay.
And my advice is to do the test, and then you start drinking the oil the same day that you take the test, so you get going. And the oil is by your body weight, and it's instruction on the label that tells you how much for your body weight and everything. So it's pretty easy. But we are also here to assist you and to help you. And there's also a file archive in your back office when you become a partner or a customer. You have also access to a lot of information. And we also have something called Zinzino.tv. So if you go to Zinzino.tv, you have a lot of education and a lot of medical doctor panels and professor panels, and there's so much information about this. Again, we have over 700 blood tested people. So, I promise you that the company know what they are doing, and the science, part of it is in very well safe hands.
Okay, so that's basically okay, that's the process of getting the tests for each of us. So any more question before we actually end our presentation tonight?
We have, I see a question here, Miss Patricia. So
yeah,
let's see. Thanks for the information. Can we have the presentation slides from Samuel here? And as soon as you become a partner, you have access for these slides. So, and other other materials to use for presentations. And talk to the person that invited you, and they will explain, our back office and our resources and our system I don't think there's nothing they didn't think about, throughout the years and when everything was created. So it's in place, and absolutely you have access to the slides and other materials.
That's right. Like all marketing materials that you'll be needing are already prepared for you. It's easy to use. You can just you don't need to do your own anymore. It's all ready for all of us. Okay, so
there's no secrets. The only secret right now is what's your test result, because we don't know that until we do the test.
That's right. That's right. So we are just, you're only waiting for you. We're just waiting for you here in the company. So yeah, I hope that all questions right now has been already answered, because
I want to add the first fully open country in Africa is going to be South Africa before the end of the year. So that's like the first fully open country, and then we will establish it from there. As soon as you have something going in a continent, that's how we done Europe, United States, Asia. Next week we open Malaysia, Taiwan, I think it is. There's so many countries. And I see that I forgot something here that I said before that I was going to offer. So if you are a guest and new on this presentation today, if you decide to join Zinzino and start your home-based business, and I see we dropped some people, so please retell them like this offer. I will give you an incentive. I will do like this. So if you decide to join the Zinzino opportunity, and you get a partner kit paid for within 48 hours from today, I will personally meet up with you and your sponsor, and we will do a strategy meeting online like this. And let's say 30 to 60 minutes one-on-one to really put the right things in place and to answer all of your questions to get your business up and running and to hit the smart bronze and the fast silver and other bonuses. So if you make the decision and you get the order in before 48 hours, I will happily gifted my time and the knowledge and the hindsight I have from building this business, and think we can do some great things together. So thank you for reminding me about that, Mr. Gray.
Okay, that's wonderful. Actually, we are so privileged to be part of the pioneering stage, because it is not everyone, or not all grand uplines or mentors are always have the time to give like very personalized meeting or mentorship like that. So we are all so lucky, blessed, and privileged to experience this, because time will come that this group will grow, and Mr. Thomas will be so busy to accommodate every one of us. So this is really the best time to start the business, to get the advantage of having a direct mentorship from Mr. Thomas and from the core leaders of the team. So I think that's basically it. We are done with all the questions. If you will remember some questions after the presentation, you can just easily message the person who invited you. And we are looking forward to doing the business with all of you soon. And on the next presentation, you'll be the one to invite guests also to share the beauty of the products and of the marketing plan of the company. So any last words, Mr. Thomas, before we end this presentation tonight?
Yeah, thank you. I just want you to, try to understand the uniqueness of this meeting. Like when we are like 20 people here, like 6 months from now or a year from now, we will be hundreds of people, and it would be impossible for me to offer to coach and strategize with everybody that starts from that time, stage on. But today we have this opportunity, and we can do this to build a really great foundation together, and to get all the right pieces in place to do this. So I hope you can understand that we are here to help you, and we already have the infrastructure, and we have the plan and the vision from the company where we are going, and can't wait to have you being a part of it. So again, thank you. Wish you a blessed Sunday evening, and looking forward to see you all again.
Yes, that's right. Thank you very much. It's really a privilege to have a direct mentorship and training from Mr. Thomas. So we are looking forward to meeting you again in our next presentation. Do this decision right away after this presentation. Contact your sponsors, and we'll see you soon again. Thank you everyone for your time. We appreciate it. Have a great evening. Have a great day, and God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless.
God bless.